Well, new federal Liberal leader Justin Trudeau is talking about the Boston Marathon bombings. And did he really say that the bombers should be encouraged not to be excluded from society? Our next guest says no doubt there's more than that behind those views. Ezra Levant is host, obviously, of The Source, and he joins us now. Ezra, I mean, Justin Trudeau, we should explain what he said in the context of it first.
Sure. He had a big sit-down with Peter Mansbridge of the CBC. It was a wide-ranging interview, and Peter Mansbridge asked him just a very softball question. If you were prime minister and this bombing happened, what would you do?
Right.
And I don't think Peter Mansbridge was expecting a very technical answer. I mean, none of us know very much. I don't think Stephen Harper, even Barack Obama, know a lot about the facts. But it's a good question to ask generally, how do you respond to crises, and what do you think of terrorism? And it's as if Justin Trudeau has not been paying attention since 9/11. His first answer was, well, we don't want to marginalize people. We have to look at root causes. Look at root causes. We know what the root causes are. Al-Qaeda tells us what motivates them. They're not motivated because, as Trudeau suggests, they're marginalized, that we haven't included them. These are the phrases that Trudeau suggested were the reasons why people blow up marathon runners, because they don't feel included. Osama bin Laden was the son of a billionaire construction company owner, the Bin Laden Group in Saudi Arabia. Ayman Zawahiri, the current head of Al-Qaeda, is a rich surgeon. I mean, these were not poor kids, orphans who felt left out and find some meaning in hurting us. They do this if you ask them, and they'll tell you even if you don't ask, because they want to set up a worldwide Muslim dictatorship where the Quran is their constitution, Sharia law. They call it the Caliphate. They want to conquer Israel. They want to take back Spain. They call that Andalusia, where they want to take back all the lands that Muslims used to control, and they want to spread it around the world. They hate America, not because we've done anything wrong to them, but because we don't follow Sharia law. But I think Justin Trudeau missed that. And his answer was so shallow and so childish. It was as if a high school guidance counselor was talking to two kids who were fighting, and, oh, well, you're picking on him and you're picking on him, and can you both just hug it out? Al-Qaeda blew up innocent civilians on 9/11, not because those civilians in those towers did anything to them, but because they despise the West. And I don't know who's behind this marathon bombing, none of us do, but it has the hallmarks of terrorism, and it's because nothing that these marathoners did wrong. I think it's a disgrace that the man who would be our prime minister says, well, let's reach out to these terrorists and find out what the root cause is.
I'm sure he sees himself, though, as a defender of the disenfranchised, if you will. And I mean, whether it's Al-Qaeda, and your points are all very well made, but maybe it's somebody domestically in the United States, because it was also tax day in the United States, it was Patriot Day in the United States. There's
Sure.
a case building that was domestic.
The idea that we have to reach out to a criminal, or if it is a domestic criminal, let's say, and not a foreign group called Al-Qaeda, that implies that murdering people, planning terror, and this was obviously well planned. I don't think it was a lone wolf. That's my amateur judgment. I think this smacks of something much more professional than some lone crazy. But let's put aside my own amateur judgments. What is Trudeau saying? He's saying that to commit these heinous evil acts is a decision that we can harmonize or we can pull him back from. He's not admitting that it's evil. He's not.
That seems critical to the
That's
whole
right.
discussion.
I mean, it's not that, oh, he's on the wrong path and he's making some poor life choices, and maybe if we give him a school lunch and maybe if he graduates he'll be better. These are not people who accidentally choose the wrong path. They're not swept up in things. These are thoughtful, calm, intelligent people. The 19 terrorists on 9/11, the university grads, wealthy children, the Toronto, these are not dumb kids. And Trudeau is treating them as if they fell into some gang, in North Toronto where it's tough and there's a lot of single moms. He's
making excuses for them.
Yeah, he's making excuses instead of taking them at their word. And that's the thing. Al-Qaeda doesn't ask for excuses. Al-Qaeda doesn't fake it. They say, we are doing this because we hate your liberal Western democratic ways. We hate the fact that your wife is not wearing a burqa. We hate the fact that you allow Jews and Christians to be treated equally. And Trudeau is giving them excuses that they don't even ask for. They don't ask to be, oh, they're marginalized. They don't know what they do. No. They're not marginalized. Osama bin Laden was one of the son of one of the wealthiest men in the kingdom. He was not marginalized. He chose to destroy us. And Trudeau says, oh, no. But we've got to monitor them and stop the marginalization.
Is this a traditional liberal approach to things, or is Justin Trudeau bending the liberal ideology?
Well, I mean, Jean Chrétien made similar odious comments on the first anniversary of 9/11. He said America was too greedy and too arrogant. Again, blaming the victim. When you say that we have done something to provoke this, we have marginalized them, we shouldn't be doing what we're doing, you're blaming the victim. And saying that somehow those people in Boston or North America or a liberal democratic culture has provoked someone is akin to saying, oh, that girl had it coming when she got raped because she was wearing a skirt. Right. Like, it really is saying, oh, well, why did we drive these people to do it? We didn't drive them to do it. Don't take away their personal agency. They made the choice. This was not an accident. This was not a momentary lapse. When you plan a terrorist attack this meticulously, this was not a lapse in judgment. This was a mission. And don't say they're crazy. Crazy implies that this was a mental illness. Crazy denies the evil choices people make. Here's the problem with liberal relativists. They can't stomach the fact that some people in this world are truly evil, and we must fight them. Not everyone can be negotiated or healed, Pat.
A great discussion, Ezra. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see it on The Source tonight, too.